Okay, so we have seen many statements, that is geometric statements, motion statements, then now we will see two more things, that is post-processor statements and auxiliary statements. So first of all, post-processor statements. Post-processor. Okay, post-processor statements. So what are the post-processor statements? So these kind of statements are mainly used to control the operation. So these are used to control the operation of the tool. Controlling the operations of a tool. Operations of tool. So this is basically used to control the operations of a tool. So this is mainly used for generating the tool path. So in order to define, mainly we define the cutter size, specify the speeds, feed, turn the coolant on, off, etc., or controlling other features of the machining tools. These are all done in the post-processor statements. So mainly to define the cutter, define cutter size, or the speeds, specifying the speeds, feed, or regarding the coolant, whether in order to turn on or off, that is coolant on off, coolant, and other controlling features. Okay. So these are the coming under the post-processor statement. So we will see the basic syntax. What is the syntax? Basic syntax of a post-processor command or statement. So the basic syntax is like post-processor command slash descriptive data. Data. So this is the syntax for using the post-processor command. Post-processor command slash descriptive data. For example, units bar mm. That means this indicates that the in a program the unit to be chosen is mm. For some other case, you may write like units per inches. Then it is the units in inches. Okay. So this is the basic syntax, that is, this is the post-processor command bar, the unit or the descriptive data here is mm. That means the unit is to be in mm. In another case, for example, intol a value 0.02. This means inward tolerance. For inward tolerance for circular interpolation. So regarding interpolation and all, we will discuss later what is an interpolation. Okay. In case of circular interpolation, what is the inward tolerance? That is specified by this keyword, that is intol space slash 0.02. Now suppose another command like spindle bar 1000 comma CLW. This means the spindle speed is 1000 revolution per minute, which is in the clockwise direction. Okay, this is denoted by this value. This is the syntax for that, post processor statement for that. And now another case, that is cutter 20. Cutter 20. Okay, cutter 20 means the cutter diameter is 20. So we are defining the cutter for offset calculations and all. So this is the definition. Next, another case, delay 30. Delay 30. Okay, delay 30 means we are giving a delay for any operation or any tool for 30 seconds. Here it is given 30. So 30 seconds it will be delayed. It will be non-operational, or it stops temporarily, it stops the machine tool for this particular time. So that command is delay 30. Next, another case, feed rate 40 comma IPM. What is this? This means the feed rate chosen is feed rate is 40 and the unit is inches per minute. Okay. Then that is next is rapid. Rapid means the high feed rate. So the feed rate should be high. That is rapid. Then two other case, that is coolant. Sorry. Coolant spelling coolant flood. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേറെ രീതിയിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കാം, കൂളന്റ് മിസ്റ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് കൂളന്റ് പല രീതിയിൽ കൂളന്റ് നമ്മൾ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നുണ്ടാവും. ഫ്ലൂയിഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കൂളന്റ് ഉണ്ടാവും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മിസ്റ്റിൻ്റെ ഷേപ്പിൽ മിസ്റ്റായിട്ടുള്ളത് വേപ്പറൈസ് ആയിട്ട് ഉണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ ഏത് ടൈപ്പ് കൂളൻ്റാണ് നമ്മൾ ചൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് എന്നുള്ളതാണ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. ഇപ്പോൾ ലിക്വിഡ് ആണെങ്കിൽ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫ്ലൂയിഡ് ടൈപ്പ് ആണെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്താണ് കൂളൻ്റ് ഫ്ലഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൂളൻ്റ് മിസ്റ്റിൻ്റെ രൂപത്തിലാണെങ്കിൽ. ഇല്ല, അയ്യോ, ഓക്കെ. ഇനി നെക്സ്റ്റ് കൂളൻ്റ് ഓൺ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കൂളൻ്റ് ഓഫ്. Suppose we are giving coolant on, then the coolant will be on in the on position, and after some time we will give the command that is coolant off. Then at that time the coolant will be stopped, or the coolant flow will be stopped. That's another command. Next, one more command you can see, load TL, that is load tool /01. So we have seen we are using the automatic turret type structure, where you can place multiple tools on many positions. So let us say there are many slots for the tool. This is slot 1, this is 2, 3, 4, etc. So we have many types of tools on different positions. So in order to choose which tool you have to perform the operation, you can load the tool by this command. Here load tool 1 means tool 1 will be chosen. So these are the some of the cases of post processor command. These are the, so basically the post processor statements are used to control the operations. Control the operations mainly to specify the speed, cutter size, feed, turning the coolant on or off, or controlling some other factors, or giving him the delay and all. So we have seen here in order to set the unit bar mm, tolerance, intol, space 1 value, then spindle speed by you have seen here spindle 1000, cutter size, delay, we are giving a delay, feed rate, rapid motion regarding the coolant, and finally you have seen one more thing, that is loading the tool in the automatic tool changing. Now next is the auxiliary statements. So one more statement is there, that is auxiliary statements. Auxiliary statement. So we'll see it all statements comes under the auxiliary statements. So these are mainly not dealing with the tool path or tool operations anything, but these statements are just used to refer something like from the example we will get the idea, that is part number, that is part number. This is the statement mainly given to the APT program to identify the program. So this is the first statement in any APT program. So this is to mainly identify the program. That means program number or program name. This is part now. Then remark. Remark is nothing but just some explanatory comments. Comments in the program. This is not executed. That means suppose you are using some blocks. That is pull and off, pull and on, spindle rate, spindle bar, something like that. And between that, you will write that remark and something. Then this will not be executed. So remarks, then we'll write like this is created by Google. This has to be done by, this process is to be done by Ritvik. ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ നമുക്ക് എഴുതുന്നു. പക്ഷേ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു പ്രോസസ്സ് നമുക്ക് ഇവിടെ എന്താ പറയുക CNC ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. ഇത് നമുക്ക് പ്രോഗ്രാമറിന് മനസ്സിലാവാൻ വേണ്ടി എഴുതുന്ന അഡീഷണൽ notation, notes ആണ്, or comments, explanatory comments, which will not be executed. That comes under the remark. And finally, fini എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? That indicates that the program is ended. Program stop ചെയ്തു എന്നുള്ളത് നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ ഫ്ലോ ചാർട്ടിലൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ അവസാനം കാണിക്കത്തില്ലേ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു സാധനം സ്റ്റോപ്പ്. അതുപോലെ ഇതിൻ്റെ ഫൈനലായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ എഴുതുന്നതാണ് ഫിനി. ദാറ്റ് മീൻസ് ദ എൻഡ് ഓഫ് ദ APT program. So these kind of statements comes under the auxiliary statements. So this has not the direct link to the programming, but this is the auxiliary statements. Auxiliary ആയിട്ട് വേണ്ട കുറച്ച് statements ആണ്. അതിന്റെ ടൂൾ പാത്തിനെയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അതിന്റെ കൺട്രോളിങ്ങിനെ ഒന്നും അഫക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. But just a statements. First kind is the part number, that is in order to identify the program, which program is there, or we are giving a name. Then remarks, where the explanatory comments are provided. Last, fini, that is the end of the APT program. Okay. Now, regarding some of the rules while formulating the APT programs, and mainly geometric statements that you will see. Rules for formulating APT geometry statements. APT, we have seen 4 basic statements, right? Geometry statements, motion statements, now post processor and auxiliary statements. Now regarding the geometry statements, there are certain rules while using these geometric statements. So we'll see what are the main rules for using the geometry statements. First one, the coordinate data must be specified in the order x, y, and z. So the coordinate values, suppose we are using point 1, 2, 3, then 1 is x, 2 is y, and z, 3 is z. That is the order. The order should be x, y, and z. That is the coordinate data. Data should be in the order x, y, and z. Now, any symbols which is used as the descriptive data, we have given the descriptive data. The syntax, basic syntax itself is geometry statement bar descriptive, or symbol bar descriptive data. So in that descriptive data, we are using some symbols that should be previously defined. If you are using point P1, then this P1 should be defined prior, or should be defined before that. So symbols, any symbols in the descriptive data should be previously defined. Next, a symbol can be used to define only one geometry element. Only one geometry element. That means, suppose we are using point P1, point P1, or sorry, P1 equal to point 235, and we have chosen L1, like L1 equal to line P1 comma P2. P2 also you have defined. So 39. Suppose L2 we want to before that we are then using another point P3 equal to 0.567 and later we use P2 equal to 0.237. So P2 we have already used, so we have to give another name, and you should not use the same name for another case. Okay, so that is the next thing, that is one symbol or any symbol can be used to define only one geometric element. And one more thing, only one symbol can be used to define any given element. ഒരു എലമെന്റിന് ഒറ്റ പേര് മാത്രം കൊടുക്കുന്നു. അതായത് ഈ ഒരു പോയിന്റ് 235ന് നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ P1 എന്ന് കൊടുത്തു, ഇനി വേറെ അടുത്ത് കൊണ്ടുപോയിട്ട് P2 എന്നും കൂടെ നമുക്ക് ഇതിന് പേര് കൊടുക്കരുത്. ഒരൊറ്റ പേര് മാത്രം കൊടുക്കുക ഒരെണ്ണത്തിന്. നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യം എന്താണ്, ഇപ്പം P1ന് തന്നെ രണ്ട് വാല്യൂ കൊടുക്കരുത്. ഇവിടെ ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്ത് എന്താണ്, P1ന് നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ 235, ഇനി വേറെ എവിടെയെങ്കിലും P1ന് തന്നെ നമ്മളിപ്പം 572 അല്ല 573 ഈ രീതിയിൽ നമ്മൾ കൊടുക്കരുത്. ഇനി അതേപോലെ സപ്പോസ് 236 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു പോയിന്റ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഇതിന് P1 എന്നും P2 എന്നും രണ്ട് പേര് കൊടുക്കരുത്. ഈ രണ്ട് കേസും ചെയ്യാൻ പാടില്ല. ദീസ് ആർ ദ ബേസിക് റൂൾസ് ഫോർ formulating APT geometric statements. Now we will see some comparison. We can compare the advantages of mainly manual and APT program. So we know manual and manual versus APT. In the manual case, what we do is we are making a punch tape. In that we are putting the operations, or we are giving the inputs or the input program. So this will be really time consuming or tedious job, and this will subject to mainly many human errors. Possibility of human errors are more, and regarding to the complex jobs and all. So this will be mainly time consuming, tedious, and also there will be it will be subjected to many human errors. So that is the case of a manual part programming. So while coming to APT, what happens is we are using English-like language. Just we have seen just now, that is coolant off or spindle bar something. So from that itself we can by seeing that program itself we can get an idea, clear picture what is happening. So it is some more user friendly or the programmer friendly. So that is the main relation. Now we will see the basic difference between the NC machines and CNC. So what is the difference between NC and CNC machine? What is the difference? Okay. Okay, so I think the time is, so we'll see that in the next class.